At the pawn shop over here, just picked up NBA 2K12 for $2. It should be worth at least 15, but I'm keeping this one. Later. At the Savers, just picked up this RF modulator for $10. I probably overpaid, but I don't think I have the box, so anytime I can get a box, I grab it. Later. So at the pawn shop over here, I just picked them up because they were $2 a piece, and I don't remember if I had them all. Tag Team Wrestling, I'm not sure if I had. I know I didn't have BMX Racing, Mass Destruction. I know I have Road Rash 3D, but that should be able to get me all my money back. Later. This was at the Flea. The most interesting thing, everything was like between $5 and $10. The cycle was 10. This helicopter was 10. The Ultraman back here was 5, which I think is interesting, and I'm not sure how much it's worth, but it's something I never see. This one I got from a guy there that wanted to sell it to me. I got it for 15. This was 5. The RoboCop handheld was also 5. This thing was 5. I don't know why I bought that. This was 5, so this should be interesting. And then this lab for RoboCop was also 5. So altogether, I can't remember right now, but it was close to $60 for everything, or 65. Later. At the Flea, just picked these up for $40. It's 2 SPs, Super Mario World and Tony Hawk, and a PSP 1000. That was 40. At another one, picked up a PS3 with 2 360 controllers for some reason, and that was 20. And at the last one was a gold controller, Kendo Rage, and Def Jam, which has a beat up Mario Kart in it, and that was $25. Later. So there are 2 sales over there. There's one here and one right after. I paid 15 for this one, the PSP 2000 and Excite Bike, for $2 altogether. For this one was 15. Then on the other sale was what the score was. I paid 65 for everything. Some of the stuff is Tony Hawk, Dark Cloud 2, Final Fantasy 7, Arc the Lad, and 64 with expansion pack. PS2 Slim, Ocarina of Time, 007. All the labels are kind of beat up. Pokemon Stadium, and like I said, the expansion pack, and altogether was 65. Later. I'm gonna kind of drive by the sale so you can see exactly where it came from. The lady started looking at prices, and the minute she did that, I had to run. But it's basically the sale right here. This sale got the N64 stuff and the PS2, and then on this sale I got the PSP and the Excite Bike for 15. Later. Alright guys, so here are my pickups for the last week or so. As always, we'll do pawn shops, flea markets, thrift stores, and garage sales, and everything in between. I started the week with, on Friday, I picked up this stuff, a lot of toys again that I usually don't pick up. I paid between 5 to 10 on each piece, so altogether I think I paid $50. I picked up this Webcopter. It's brand new. It even has the over there the spider web thing in there too. I think I paid 10 for that. Also picked up this Ultraman figure, which is really cool. It's from the 1993, and this is one of the shows that I used to watch when I was a kid in Puerto Rico. I'm thinking I'm going to keep it, but I'm not sure yet. And like I said, this figure could go for $100 from what I see. The copter I am going to sell. That's gonna go for about $70. I'm keeping that Spider-Man. I already sold this RoboCop handheld. I sold it for $45. I will be keeping the RoboCop, Snoopy, and this guy I actually picked up from a guy that goes to the Flea. He took me to his place, and then there he had that, and I paid 25 just because he took the time to take me there. I don't even think it's worth it. I should be able to make my money back, but besides that, I don't think I can do anything with this. Snoopy is like a $10 game. There's also this Atari game. I think it's a Russian 6-pack. It's sealed, and I paid $5 for that. Like I said, altogether was like $60. And this thing too, the RoboCop Alpha Commando, I think it's called a cryo safe, and it's new. It's open but new, but it's missing the stickers, I'm pretty sure. And like I said, it's really cool. Not sure if I'm gonna keep it, not sure if I'm gonna sell it, so we'll see how it goes. So that's that for toys. Also at the flea market on Saturday, picked up this PS3 for $20. It's actually in very good shape. I already sold it for $110 with no controller, just the power cable and an HDMI. It also had two controllers, but they were 360 controllers, so I'm not sure why they were together. And inside the PS3, it had Kingdom Hearts. So like I said, paid 20 for that. Already sold it for 110. At another vendor, picked up this gold, I believe it's 007 controller. It is new. It is legit Nintendo. This sun faded Kendo Rage, and picked up this Def Jam Vendetta that inside had Mario Kart. The game is really beat up, but for some reason it's working. And for those three things, I paid 25. The controller by itself is an easy 25 to 30 bucks. This game, in good shape, could go for 40. In this shape, I don't think I would even sell it. I'd probably keep it and just try to, once I get a better label, upgrade. Once I find a better game, I'll just upgrade. From eBay, picked up the Star Ocean just because I wanted the box. I paid 15 bucks for that, so that's not a bad deal. I'll sell my single copy, or the copy without the box, and get the rest back. Also at the Flea, picked up for 50 bucks. Everything that you're about to see was 50 bucks. DS Light Whites, PSP 1000, Super Mario Bros, New Super Mario Bros, 3 Tony Hawk, Pac-Man, and NBA Jam for the Game Boy Advance, and then 2 Game Boy Advance SPs. I sold this one for 65, this one for 60. The DS Lite sold for 40. This should be a $10 game if I wanted to sell it. And the 101 I haven't tested. I mean the 1001 I haven't tested it yet, but I'm hoping that if it works, I should be able to get 50 bucks for that. But for 50, I already made 140, 150 bucks already. So very, very good deal there. At a pawn shop, just picked these up because they were really, really cheap. Paid $2 a piece for VMX Racing, Mass Destruction, Road Rash 3D, and Tag Team Wrestling. The only reason why I picked this up is because it's the 5-screw. I have the 3, so I just wanted to add to the collection. I didn't even know that game came on a 5-screw, but since it was there, I picked it up, and I'm glad that I kind of needed that copy. At Savers, picked up a Nintendo 64. I think this is called what? An RF Switch, basically. I just got it because it's in box. I don't remember if I had it somewhere in there in box, but for 10 bucks, it's one of those things. You get desperate, you haven't found anything in a while, so you decide to pick stuff like that up. So I paid 10 bucks for that at a garage sale. The first thing was went to New Britain, a town near me that I used to live in, and I used to do a lot of my garage selling around that time. I was on my job, and I decided just to get a ride, and decided to stop at a sale that I've been to before last year. And when I got there, she basically had the same game, which was Excite Bike, for $2. And then she wanted to sell me this blue PSP, and I would say rough shape. It is missing the battery, and she wanted 10 for that. So altogether, I paid 15 bucks for those two things. I decided to walk next door because there's a lady there, and she had like a little sale, and I saw a steering wheel for a 360. So I said, you know what, there might be some games in there. So I just go see. When I go there, I was very pleasantly surprised that she had all this stuff sitting there. I paid $65 for everything that you're about to see. I picked up the best stuff, and honestly, I should have picked everything that she had. I don't know what I was thinking, but it is what it is. I did get a lot of stuff, and a lot of good stuff for really cheap. Again, $65. Arc the Lad, Dark Cloud 2, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Final Fantasy 7, a really dirty, filthy N64 with expansion pack that I already sold for $48. Final Fantasy is gonna sell for easily $25. This should sell for between 15 and 20. Dark Cloud 2 should sell for maybe $25. It's missing the manual, so that's why I got it for $25. I also picked up a PS2 Slim that I haven't tested. I'm hoping that it works. Came with 2 memory cards and no controllers. The N64 also came with 4 controllers. I don't think I have enough space to show them all, but they are all kind of beat up. The sticks are beat up. So 4 of them, I can't place them, so I'm just kind of leave them in the box. And then I picked up a few games to go with that. GoldenEye, Pokemon Stadium, Ocarina of Time, Star Fox, and Donkey Kong 64. This one sold for $35. This one sold for $22. This one sold for $26. This one sold for $35, even with the biscuit on it. And this one should sell for $25. I haven't posted it yet. And like I said, the controllers are here. I just don't have enough space. And all that was $65. So it's a great deal there. Basically, good thing to be able to get retro at a garage sale. The next thing was from Facebook. The unknown game hunter, basically told me, look, they got Sega Genesis games for $5. So I emailed the guy and I said, okay, I'll take these 3, thinking they were $5 a piece. And he said, no, everything is $5 for all 10 of them. The games are really cheap, but for $10, you just can't pass it up. Bulls versus Blazers, Holyfield Boxing, Desert Strike, World Series of Baseball, NHL 96. I guess that's Urban Strike. I think I said that before. Sonic 2, which is filthy. Andretti Racing. And the best 2 games were Outlander. I didn't have, and I might keep them. I'm actually going to keep these 2. And Might and Magic. So for $5, I got 10 Genesis games, all in case. So very happy about that. And then he had another thing posted. I looked at it, and I wasn't really didn't know what I was looking at because I wasn't sure. And that turned out to be the pickup of the week. So this was a Facebook deal. I picked up this 10 Genesis and he only wanted $5. The best 2 games were Outlander and Might and Magic. Those were $5. And then I paid $40 for this Atari 2600. The only reason why I picked it up is for some reason it's a promotional use only or not for resale that I never seen before. So I'm kind of happy to pick this up. And the unit itself actually says not for resale on the bottom. And altogether was $45. Later. So the pickup of the week was this Atari 2600. Never in my life would I thought that the something Atari would be the pickup of the week. The reason why I made it that is because this was not for resale unit. I never saw one before. I kind of researched it. It basically says not for resale all over the place. Even the unit itself, if you look under it right here, it says, well, you can't see it, but it says not for resale there. And it's in really, really good shape. The only comps that I see, the cheapest one I've seen is $400. Some other people have it for a lot more. I don't really think it's worth that much, but it's just definitely something so unique and something that I don't think I'm ever going to see again. So there's a very good chance that I'm going to keep this. Like I said, I'm not an Atari guy, but this is something that you just don't see. I'm not sure why this was made. Maybe went to stores or maybe went to the displays or whatever, but it's just so unique, and I'm very happy to pick this up. The week was really good. Was able to pick up some stuff that is very unusual, that I don't see often. So I'm very happy, very grateful to be able to pick up everything that I did. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you all next week. Later.